Hello and welcome to another exciting evening of the PMAOWL Overwatch League Season 3. Tonight we are in our third match of Week 4 with two great teams in Weeb Nonsense and Drop the Angel Beat going at each other tonight. Two exciting teams. Drop the Angel Beat's currently in 5th place on standings with 2 wins and 1 loss, and Weeb Nonsense currently in 7th with 0 wins and 3 losses, but with the tiebreaker in their overall map record. So joining me in the booth live from twitch.tv is Aka Ranger. Say hello.
Hey everybody.
And running cams for us tonight is the always faithful Yakety Tack, who is outstanding at getting his stream going and running the camera works. So I'm excited to get this started.
Me too. I've not really had the opportunity to play to watch Weeb Nonsense or Drop the Angel Beats play a whole lot yet. I've played against Drop the Angel Beats, I think, already, but I have not had the opportunity of playing Weeb Nonsense. So I'm excited to see how this goes this evening.
Definitely, I am excited. The limited time I've seen these two teams play, they've definitely been able to pull out a lot of great, exciting moments, and hopefully we'll see a lot of those tonight. So we are waiting on the ready signal from our two captains. Then we should be ready to go shortly. Our first map tonight is Volskaya Industries, a 2 control point assault map set in a Russian industrial factory. And we'll see how this will go.
Lots of opportunities for choke points, lots of potential flanking points, entrances onto the map, lots of interesting and possibilities for team comps here as well.
Absolutely. And we're getting a ready signal from one side, that would be Drop the Angel Beat, and just waiting on Weeb Nonsense, their captain Breadburner, for a ready signal from him.
All right. There we go. All right, finally got the last member of their team in. So this way, Weeb Nonsense only has 1 sub with Elucida this evening, and we will get started.
All right. Well, actually, Elucida, as far as I'm aware, does play for Weeb Nonsense regularly.
Okay.
Unless there's been some trade that I missed. My rosters that I've looked at aren't necessarily up to date because they're from about 3 weeks ago. I'm looking at the scouting report here. But we'll see. But here we are loading in to Volskaya Industries, and the defense will come out in 15 seconds with the red team, which is Drop the Angel Beats, attacking first. And then naturally on defense, we'll have the opposite, with Weeb Nonsense playing defense at the beginning.
I'm curious with this team comp, what they've got going here. The Sombra on the backside could be helpful. There's only a couple of health packs really up there towards the front that can be utilized, but there are a number of them right there around the control point that can be hacked as well. Only 1 shield tank. Got the Diva for the backline as well. Lots of AoE healing on the defense side here. Definitely a little want to be weary of the Pharah from front lash. She has proved to be a very talented Pharah player so far this season. So definitely something that that Weeb Nonsense is going to want to watch out for. Looks like we've got the Brigitte coming in from Gert as well. Definitely going to be throwing a little bit of a loop there, because I know that everybody's still trying to get a little bit used to her play style and how she changes around the team comp.
And here they come out of the gate. Front lash and General Dill going right in with the pharmacy, trying to get shots in through the window above the gate. Lucida taking out Theatrics though with a quick shot, rapid fire submachine gun. He carries front lash, getting a much needed opening kill on Toaster Oven. Down a hero, down a healer is Weeb nonsense.
Lots of spam damage coming in and out on both sides here. Between the Diva and front lash on the Pharah. Just barely pushing through. Finally broken that first choke point. Battle of the Tracer and the Sombra on the point here.
Theatrix cannot hang on to the point by himself with 3 people shooting at him, but there's Pharmacy as well as Gert and Darjin rushing onto the point. And the numbers leaning in towards the favor of Drop the Angel Beats. His front lash, concussion, blast, banging my drums into the river. Asian Man takes him out. Red Burner getting a kill on General Dill, and Lucida following up with the Brigida pick. And that will shut down that offensive push. No capture progress yet for Drop the Angel Beat, but 2.5 minutes to go still. So still plenty of time for everything. And a fire strike coming in, landing a perfect shot at Theatrix.
Lucida doing a very good job there covering the back lines, knocking out the Brigida and the Mercy on that last push.
Front lash again hovering over this opening gate. Try and get whatever spam damage you can. He's pushed back down by the Moira damage orb, but he does have his ult already as the Stargym and General Dill on the attack. 4 ults at the ready.
Weeb nonsense playing much closer to the point here, allowing Drop the Angel Beats a lot more room to push in. Nice combo ultimate here.
The Graviton plus the EMP, a lethal combo, but not able to. Excuse me, I messed that up. Lucida, the EMP is on the other side. He might have been able to salvage their defense with that. And General Dill kind of caught out. He's low in health, and he will go down to the Lucio.
Really good response by Weeb nonsense here. With definitely a difficult ult to counter, not having a Zenyatta on that Gravitron or any kind of large AoE healing, but I think that Rhine Shield definitely helped out.
Absolutely. 3 ults at the ready for Drop the Angel Beat, with the Pharah ult, the Winston, and the Brigitte. Banging my drums as attack visor and Asian music. Man with a self-destruct on hand. Let's see what kind of... Here comes the Brigitte ult.
Lots of ultimates coming out here now.
Attack visor coming in. 2 DPS go down for Drop the Angel Beats. General Dill res his front lash. Here comes the Rocket Barrage. Not able to get anything because of the defense matrix. And banging my drums takes him out. Definitely numbers in favor of Weeb nonsense. And Darjim is the only one left alive, and he's forced to fall back. They have about 15 seconds, so they should be able to push in loosely here. It'll be a
Weeb
real
nonsense is doing a really good job here, collapsing on some key players. Focusing in on the backline and the healers, collapsing in on the Pharah ultimate, not giving her the chance to really do any kind of damage. So lots of really good communication, it seems like, here on their part.
Just Gert left on the point. He's not able to hang on. Saw just a bit ago with Zarya threw a grab on the point, catching a few people on it, but Toaster Oven able to ult and keep everyone alive and get a few picks out of it, and that was able to effectively shut down the push to Drop the Angel Beat. So Drop the Angel Beat finishing their attack run, getting 0% on the point. So we'll switch sides now with Weeb nonsense taking the attack position and defense for Drop the Angel Beat. If Weeb nonsense gets 33% on this point, they will win the map. They only need to get that first tick. But if they do not, at the end of their allotted time, it will be considered a tie. And those are always funky, and hopefully we can avoid that because no one loves a tie. There's this old expression in football, I don't remember who said it, about getting a tie is like kissing your sister, and generally wanted to be avoided. I don't know who said it. I want to say Bill Parcells, but I could be wrong.
I'm horrible one for quotes, so. But I would agree that's definitely something we'd rather not have to mess with tonight. Another another interesting comp here coming in on the defensive side. May with on front lash. Looks like they're still kind of solidifying their picks here.
Defense is looking very interesting. Not a lot of healing output. They're running.
Just memeing
They're
us a
not
little
running.
bit there.
Not running any heals for the offense here. They switched sides, and I did not really parse that properly. So it just they're switching to 2 healers now. I swear they do that on purpose.
Yeah, they do.
Just
they
to make my commentary wrong. But here they come. They come on the right side. Goes to the left. Asian Music Man getting a pick right on. Front lash goes in. Here comes the charge from Reinhardt. And Asian Music Man to get the follow-up. Sinfonia John was down. 6v4 here for Weeb Nonsense. Not a lot of heals on point here. But 3v2 now as Darjim getting beaten up and going down. It's just Gert who cannot hang on. And with that, they will get some good progress on the point, and they will take their 33% and take Volskaya.
Very good tactic there from Elucida, you know, running through to the point, pulling the attention from the DPS, and then the entire team just kind of pulled back to you know, collapse on him without really fully realizing that they were just leaving it front-ended.
Absolutely. Half the battle most of the time is just breaking through the choke, and they didn't wait for anything. They just jumped right on. No chosen man in the card screen here, although General Dill does garner 6 votes. But not the coveted 10 for the chosen one here. We'll see how our next map is. What is our next map? Our next map is Hollywood. We shall see how that one will go. Weeb Nonsense with a strangling defense and then just a quick offense. I didn't even see how fast it took.
I want to say it was under a minute. Yeah, maybe a minute and a half.
It was very quick. So if any of you student watchers at home were able to keep track, because I wasn't able to.
What kind of? So let me ask you this one. What kind of team would you be looking to if you were playing this evening? What kind of team would you be looking for on the attack side of the ball?
I would not be surprised if the tank. That's a bit of a meta that's become a thing here in this league. Just a shout out to Yakety Tack. Our teams have switched sides, so drop the Angel Beat is now in blue on the left side, and Weeb Nonsense is on the right. So we could get those. All right, we're getting those cards switched around, so you're not confused, like I always am half the time. But again, quad tank I would expect, especially if the going gets tough, because a quad tank is definitely a hard comp to take down, and they're capable of a lot of damage output in the right hands.
Yeah.
I've also seen triple healer come out a bit. Once or twice, and it was effective sometimes. But I don't think they're gonna try anything weird immediately.
Yeah. The unique part about this this map being that there's really only one true entrance into the first control point. So there's one choke. There's a couple ways around it once you get through, but depending on how solid the defense is here, it definitely can create a difficult time for the attacking team.
And we see how these teams can deal with that attack. Weeb Nonsense will be attacking first. Drop the Angel Beat playing defense. And they are setting up right around this main archway, this main choke. With a Reinhardt, a Mei, McCree, a Zarya, Brigitte once again, and Theatrix on Moira. So definitely a lot of sustain here, relying on General Dill and Darjin mostly for damage. Expect Frontlash to do a lot of things just to try and crowd control with the wall and the freeze. And here comes Weeb Nonsense, rocking the Reinhardt and the Diva, as well as Lucio Moira, Soldier 76, and Sombra again.
Allowing them easy access to this back hallway here. A little bit surprised by that move. And now instead of attacking from one front, you've got people coming from both sides.
Elucida has gone all the way around into the back before recalling backwards. But they managed to push through the main choke. Elucida is outside the point here, trying to get a hack on someone or some damage in. Teleporting away as Frontlash trying to keep the other team at bay with a wall on top of the dumpster. No one able to push through that. Asian Music Man driving around the Mei, and Red Burner takes him out. The 2 kills coming in for drop the Angel Beats, and a lot of kills from each side as it appears to be 3v1 here. We'll drop the Angel Beats and they will win that fight, as the tiny little Asian woman that is Asian Music Man. That was weird to say, but technically true. I apologize for that.
A good tactic here though by Weeb Nonsense, keeping most of the pressure on one side and having Elucida again with the Sombra trying to pull some attention up, onto the back line. I think that big hammer down.
Big hammer down.
2 kills.
4 people got knocked down, 2 killed immediately, and the follow-up coming in from everyone else, and everyone is dead.
That is a
for
wipe.
Drop the Angel Beat.
Very good coordination there of ultimates. I don't think they could have pulled that one out much better.
Absolutely outstanding Earth Shatter. And they have 3 more ults, Weeb Nonsense, with the Lucio ult, the Soldier 76 ult, and the self-destruct for Asian Music Man. 5 ults rather at the ready for Drop the Angel Beats. And I will expect them to use at least 1 or 2 of them fairly soon. And here comes the Mei ult. Right onto the point, and the only one caught in it is Bogstrider. And he is taken down. Here comes the shatter from Symphonia John as 3 people get stunned, and all 3 of them go down immediately. They will clean up the point with that. Some well-coordinated ult usage.
Very nicely done. Again, they're very, very grouped up on both sides, and Reinhardt's are taking full advantage of that. Good communication on the ultimates, not collapsing and using them all at once. Budgeting those ultimates and timing is very important in these games.
Frontlash walked into a small room and found a lot of bad guys in there. He will not survive that. Symphonia John gets taken up by Reinhardt charge, and there's no one on the point to defend. Lucida will be going up and around trying to find any stragglers on the other side. And it looks like Darjim is inside the hotel here, trying to get away. Trying to just get on the other side of the jail here so they can defend probably the rest of his team. But Weeb Nonsense will push forward fairly aggressively, leaving no one on the payload to move it. Darjim is sitting on top. He's getting swarmed by both healers.
He's able to manage to get away and regroup with his team.
Toaster Oven getting caught between a rock and a hard place by the Moira and the Mei. And coming in and getting kills is Darjim, who managed to not only stay alive that whole time. Not only managing to stay alive, but getting some much needed kills. As 5 ults at the ready again for Drop the Angel Beats, but all 6 ready for Weeb Nonsense. So I would definitely expect a lot of ults to come out in this next fight.
Well, if they're smart, they've got, you know, 2 solid engages here. They probably can secure the point, get a good wipe, and if they budget their ultimates out well, they can get it at the door.
Here comes the double combo of the. It comes a lot of ults at once. General Dill getting a 3-man Deadeye, which might just keep everyone alive as May ults right on point, freezing Asian Music Man right in his tracks. The EMP coming in from Elucida, as well as the Shatter from Bogshrouder. Takes out a fair number of people, but not enough. His front lash is on point, and he cannot hang on. Man in a metal suit, not easily taken down by icicles. But here comes the rest of Weeb nonsense with the grab and a Moira ult. Potentially potent combo of ults here. There's no one on point to save some drop the Angel Beats players. As Theatrix gets a final kill with his ult on Toaster Oven. General Dill getting follow up on Asian Music Man.
It's funny to me how quickly the teams back off of the Moira ult, considering how little damage it actually does per second. I want to say it's only like 50 or something like that.
Yeah, it's not
but it's still a crowd clear.
So Zarya ult is like perfect time to use it from an offensive standpoint because everyone's grouped up in one place. Here comes Weeb nonsense, where their next, perhaps last push, trying to get it as far forward as possible. Here comes the Shadow from Symphonia John going right into the Reinhardt shield. And trades coming in. General Dill goes down, but so does Banging My Drums. A big fight with swinging hammers on top of the point. Asian Music gets out of his mech.
Front Lash doing everything he can to try and get the Sombra.
Lucido's gone down as well. It's just Asian Music Man. The Shatter coming in. Not really able to get anyone. Here comes Red Burner's Sound Barrier. And another May ult right on top of the point.
And a clean sweep here.
Toaster up.
So many ultimates
right
just going back and forth.
General Dill trying to clean up with attack visor, and it's just Lucida on point who can EMP. I don't expect him to last long. He cannot. And with that, they will. Nope, Asian Music Man diving right in. Trying to sustain as long as possible. And he's lasted longer than I expected, but not long enough for teammates to join him and help him out. But they got almost to the second point, and we'll see how they will fare on defense.
0 to 1. Switching sides.
For our viewers watching at home, this is the second of 2 maps. Our previous map was Volskaya Industries, where Weeb Nonsense defeated, dropped the Angel Beat 1-0. But here we are switching sides, as Drop the Angel Beat will get to go on the attack.
It's a pretty solid defense here from Drop the Angel Beats. They've proven, you know, so far to be towards the top of the league this season. Lots of very even exchanges, lots of really well thought out combinations of ultimates. So definitely doing a good job communicating between their teammates.
It is not my preference to see them.
We'll see what kind of opportunities that Weeb Nonsense opens up for them as well here. See if they try to hold up here with the front choke, or if they try to hold closer back, as we saw in this last round.
Well, Banging My Drums is playing as Junkrat on this one, so I'd anticipate he might stay closer to the back where he can just arc his shots up and over. Here he is positioned on the balcony here, more or less out of harm's way. Although Front Lash will be playing Pharah, and not a lot of hit scans for Weeb Nonsense. So this could be a dangerous matchup here. General Dill on offense also playing as Genji, and Gert switching it up and playing as Zenyatta. So a very high damage output potential for the offense here. We'll see if they can cope with that.
All about, you know, adapting to what the other team, you know, throws at you. So we'll see what Drop the Angel Beats is able to do here to counter, or what
diving in
nonsense.
behind, taking Gerd out immediately. And he will relocate away, getting a key kill. But nonetheless, Drop the Angel Beat will push in anyways. Through the main arch. Lucida trying to sneak in again, but he cannot. He's taken out by a rocket launcher. Toaster Oven getting kill on Genji with the right click orb. Always dangerous, those orbs. They are slowly pushing their way in. Drop the Angel Beat with a 5 men. Make that 4. His front lash goes down to AG Music Man. Closest thing they have to a fair counter in D.Va. Banging my drums, 92% on a tire. No one else, except for maybe Theatrix, is close. Theatrix has his ult as well now. But I expect to see a tire coming in soon. General Dill trying to get a dash on Banging My Drums. And not able to get it. Here comes the tire for Banging My Drums, just at the same time as Theatrix. And he gets a double kill, getting General Dill and Theatrix. Darjin taken out by Toaster Oven as well. It's just front lash on point as well as Symphonia John. His front lash goes down. Symphonia John is Winston, not able to take that much heat. And they will be forced to reset. 2 minutes and change left for Drop the Angel Beat, so still plenty of time. No ults for them though, as 2 and soon to be 5 for Weeb Nonsense.
Drop the Angel Beats having to take a second here to regroup and get themselves pulled back together. Got a little staggered there. Definitely very important when trying to coordinate your assaults. You just allow yourself to continue to run in and keep the stagger. Definitely doesn't help gain any ground.
Lucida trying to go in and hack every health pack he can see. He gets caught out and forced to recall back into the point. Here comes the hammer from Bogtrotter. He knocks a lot of people down. He knocks down 5 as they're able to take out 3 of them. Here comes the rocket barrage from Front Lash, and he's only able to take out a Lucida. Perhaps the lowest impact hero he could have taken out there. 3 ults at the ready for Drop the Angel Beat on their next push. 4, soon to be 5 for Weeb Nonsense. They are slowly pushing in. Drop the Angel Beat, trying to again get some kind of damage in there so they can push in. Darjin trying to just
like the last chance that Drop the Angel Beats has on this point.
Banging My Drums has gone down. This might be the push they need. It's the only counter for that Pharaoh on the team. And both Moira's ulting at once. And Theatrix with the mech kill, but the EMP coming from Sombra, a very key moment. General Dill sitting on top. Here comes Attack Visor from Banging My Drums. This has pushed them off. There's only 15 seconds. And Theatrix going down to some Helix rockets from Banging My Drums.
10 seconds.
Very good response from Weeb Nonsense, budgeting those ultimates.
And 3 people diving onto the point here for Drop the Angel Beats. Symphonia John pulling out the result. But the hammer coming down from Bogtrotter, as well as the self-destruct Asian Music Man. And he takes out.
Wow.
And that will more or less break this fight apart. General Dill trying to put Attack Visor on last
at this
second.
point.
It's just Theatrix on point, trying to sustain. I don't believe he'll be able to get it. It's just him against 5. And he's not able to get it. And with that, Weeb Nonsense will take this one once again. Not able to get really anything on the first point for the second time in a row. Drop the Angel Beat. Here's Asian Music Man with the play of the game. This last self-destruct that finished off this last fight. He took out 3 there. But some commanding defense from Weeb Nonsense, as they never really lost any team fights.
Pure class.
Like I was saying, just a lot of very nice.
Theatrix is the chosen one. He did 9,000 healing over this these 2 rounds, which is quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
and banging my drums, happy that he's earned enough XP to get himself his next loot box. So hope you get a legendary out of that one, friend.
All right.
A commanding defensive effort, just absolutely dominant there. 2 maps in a row.
Very good showings by both teams, though. Very impressed with some of the exchanges that they had. Just not quite enough out of Drop the Angel beats. Next up, we have Nepal.
Nepal.
For those of us at home that haven't maybe caught on yet, we, despite being a best out of 3, we still play all 3 games, provide the team, all the teams involved, opportunity to get a good solid night in. So despite Weeb Nonsense taking tonight's match, we will still play a 3rd game.
Additionally, this 3rd map is used in tiebreaker situations, as individual map wins are factored in towards placements.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the map records are the reason that Weeb Nonsense. Well, actually, I take that back, but they were tied for 7th before this week began, instead of being in 7th or 8th, because they had the same number of map wins as Ocean's 11. Although Ocean's 11 lost this week, so they are 0-4. We've not since 0-3, but now they will be 1-3 with 2 more map wins and maybe 3 if they are lucky. And that they would still not be quite enough to move them up in the standings, as the OSS, who is in 6th place, is 1-3. Yeah, but they are, in terms of map record, they are 4-7-1, because they got a tie earlier this season. Weeb Nonsense, if they win this next map, will be 4-8, which is slightly worse than 4-7-1.
Just waiting on the ready from the captains. Not entirely sure what the communication is at this point.
Right. Getting a ready signal from General Dill.
There we go.
Traveling to Nepal.
Our Twitch chat has been very quiet this evening. Been nothing in it at all. It's a little strange.
You gotta hype up your team, folks.
It looks like our lobby leader took somebody else's word for Breadburner, not the one who gave the ready signal. But hopefully it won't be a problem. But now we have the ready signal from Breadburner.
Yeah,
A little late, but
it's
not
fine.
a lot of impact from it.
Yeah,
so,
if I needed to pause, I could.
So we shall see. Our heroes come out in 10 seconds. Excuse me, they come out in 30 seconds. That always gets me. There's 2 timers that go on.
With the 2 CP maps, it's a little weird because you got like the setup and then you got a secondary setup.
That's right. I play this game too much to not know this, but I still get it wrong. So we'll see what our teams are rocking. Now they will come out in 5 seconds.
5, 4, 3.
Weeb Nonsense, again, the red team on the right side of your screen, rocking a very similar comp to what they had last game, with Elucida switching up his Soldier instead of Sombra. On the other side, a very different comp, rocking the Mei, Roadhog, Orisa, Genji, Brigitte, and Moira, and they will meet outside the point, as Weeb Nonsense will get on top of it fast, putting out a lot of damage already. Darjin trying to go around and get a hook and a kill, and he gets one on Breadburner. He gets taken out quickly by Agent Music Man. risky play to see how that can go is Weeb Nonsense will capture the point and take possession here. Lucid getting 2 kills, able to win out this fight. It's Theatrics taken out by a Reinhardt charge. Takes out 2 people, in fact.
A
And
very,
the last,
very close quarters map for this first point here. The Reinhardt doing a good job, and the Junkrat being especially important in close contact. A little surprised that the Roadhog and the Genji didn't perform a little bit better in those close quarters.
the tire coming in for banging my drums, going right into Coalescence Beam, which will take that out. Not a lot of health in the tire, but that long-range beam sniper will definitely write that up. And here comes the Dragon Blade from General Dill. He will take out Elucida. 3 kills coming in, and here comes the hammer from Bogtrotter. But
Great rescue by the Mei.
the whole hog was pushing him back, and then the Mei wall pushed him out further. The knockback effect from Roadhog ults, always underestimated. Even capable of pushing back a large man in a metal suit with rockets on it.
That's the worst feeling in the world when you're trying to charge as a Reinhardt and you're just getting a whole hog back.
4 ults at the ready for Weeb Nonsense. 2 and soon to be 3 or 4 for Drop the Angel Beat. Elucida jumps right in, killing General Dill, and here comes his tack fighter. He takes out Gert. 2 more heroes go down. Mayel coming in on point. Not able to salvage this team fight. Starjim goes down in the back, and it's just Mei, and he goes down. Front lash not able to maintain, despite freezing himself cryogenically on point. Not even Walt Disney could have held that one in a block of ice. Phony John and Theatrics with ults. Gert 93%, so he'll have his as well soon. Toaster Oven banging my drums, and Asian Music Man will have theirs. Bogtrotter building his up fairly quickly at 78%. And here comes Drop the Angel Beats going in to the right. General Dill will try and flank around up top. Want to get a sneak attack kill. And here comes the Shatter from Bogtrotter. He only knocks out 1 or 2. And it's just Roadhog. He can charge. He gets damage boosted from the Bongo drum. And kills coming in. His front lash takes out 2 as well as the Diva mech and the Diva with him. General Dill with the Dragon Blade taking out Banging My Drums. And this fight and the point will go to Drop the Angel Beat.
Do you need a hug?
Very good recapture on this side of Weeb Nonsense. And a very good hold here as well, getting them up to 99%. Drop the Angel Beats now sitting just over 60%. Potentially could hold this for the full 30, depending on how this next team fight goes.
This will probably be the last fight, depending on how the timing goes. But here comes the tire from Banging My Drums. And it gets taken out.
Destroyed.
Charged him with the whole hog. Elucida coming out with the attack visor. A lot of people ulting at once. Here comes the Mei ult on point as well. Self-destruct. And it's just Bogtrotter and Asian Music Man on point. Then here's Elucida. No one really the winner of this fight. Bogtrotter with a very well-placed fire strike. And they will take the point back, but just in time for blue players to come in and fight them for it. Bogtrotter with a hammer. And with that, they will take this.
Trickle is not enough.
The rest of the team is not quite quick enough to get there in time. And with that, Weeb Nonsense will take the first point. If they win the next one, they will take this map. If not, we will play the third one. But our next segment here will be on the Sanctum map in a temple setting with a lot of potential for environmental kills.
Everybody's favorite.
Definitely a happy playground for players like Breadburner or Symphonia John, who is playing as Orisa, both players with a great potential for environmental kills. I'd also expect to see a few from our 2 Roadhogs here, as well as Asian Music Man, with some booping potential. And both teams coming out of the gates Gert switching up to Lucio for probably environmental reasons. But Drop the Angel Beats really spreading out. Darjum landing a hook on Asian Music Man, but he's able to rocket himself to safety. No one's sitting on the point here. Just Asian Music Man and Banging My Drums. And he goes down to Theatrics. Theatrics getting 2 kills here. Some numbers coming in for Drop the Angel Beat, but Bog Trotter coming in with 2 kills that will tilt the balance of this fight. It's just Gert and Front Lash. Gert taking out Toaster Oven. This could be big. Bog Trotter taking out General Dill. And no one has taken the point at all yet. Roadhog hooking the other Roadhog, and he falls down into oblivion. And with that, Weeb Nonsense will take control of the point.
Bog Trotter just sitting over here on this, across this expanse, almost uncontested, just pulling members right off the point into the expanse.
And there he goes. Lucio doesn't even have to wait for him to fall, but he just right-clicks him. Just a fat meatball to the face. And here comes the May ult right on point. Only one person caught in it. And he's able, that's Lucio, he's able to jump around enough not to be caught in it. Here comes the ult from Elucida. He takes out Theatrics. And Bread Burner coming in with the right click to send Darjum out into the abyss. Canceling his ult. Just General Dill and Gert on point. Gert throw it into the pit, but able to climb back out. Wall climb always helpful in these situations. Asian Music Man knocked out of his neck by Front Lash, who ice blocks himself here on point, and makes the Moira ult from Theatrics.
Another hook by Bog Trotter, successfully grabbing it.
Tire coming in from Banging My Drums, kills nobody. General Dill pulling out the Dragon Blade, killing him. It's just Toaster Oven and Bread Burner, the 2 fairly squishy people on point, but a good amount of sustain here. Toaster Oven goes down. Bread Burner still out here. Lucida on here as well. Asian Music coming diving in. 85% for Weeb Nonsense. So if Drop the Angel Beat loses this, they will lose this point. A lot of damage coming in as Bog Trotter is sitting over there ulting. And it's just the last Roadhog, Darjum on point. He's taken out, and they will take the 2nd point and the 3rd map. Absolutely commanding defense from Weeb Nonsense on all 3 maps here.
Play of the game.
But this map,
Red Burner with play of the game here. A rare sight with Lucio, but the environmental kills will definitely contribute to that.
definitely this map, more so than any others, requires, you know, a fair amount of, you know, awareness of your positioning, more so than really, I think, many other maps. So that expanse is just so prominent.
So an excellent showing from both teams, but Weeb Nonsense coming out on top here, despite Drop the Angel Beats best efforts. They will take all 3 maps, Weeb Nonsense, which puts them at 4 map wins on the season, and they will take their first win of Season 3. Drop the Angel Beats will move to an exact 500 on the season with 2 wins and 2 losses. And they will have 8 map wins and 7 map losses, so still in the black on that in terms of tiebreakers. Excuse me, that was not the right numbers. They will have 4 map wins and 7 map losses, as well as 1 tie. So in the red in that tie-breaking category. So soon we will have some interviewees in here. For those of you watching in the Twitch chat,
Hello.
send us your questions, and we are joined by Bog Trotter. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
So what kind of comments do you have about tonight's match?
That was a good match. Good turnaround for Weeb nonsense from last. Felt good today.
It's good. You guys were looking good out there.
Thanks.
So
Feeling
you were playing a lot of Reinhardt out there, right?
Yes, sir.
And how were you able to build your ult so fast? Because it looked like every team fight you had a shatter ready.
Honestly, I play a more aggressive Ryan than I see a lot of times. I play with a lot of people that kind of pander to me doing that. So, I mean, Fire Strike, getting hits on Fire Strike on multiple people at once, is definitely attributes to a lot of it. So getting good at that is certainly up there. I mean, you get a little over 5% for each hammer hit. So if you're hitting multiple people with either your left click or your Fire Strike, it's just gonna always be there, which is
Well, that's interesting. Definitely a strategy that's been paying off for you guys. Another thing that I noticed is that especially on the first two maps, on Volskaya and on Hollywood, you never really, on defense, you never really lost the team fight totally. You were always able to keep just enough people on the point to hold it. What can you tell us about your strategies or your thought processes here on defense?
yeah. So I mean, the healers were rocking it, keeping us alive. I was letting Asian Music Man and myself be aggressive and try to help out the DPS wherever we could to knock people down to within range. The DPS actually being able to finish off that kill while they were in our face trying to push onto the point. Also, I mean, Diva and Reinhardt both kind of pander to that kind of point play, forcing the other team to play on the point kind of moves them into our aggressive zone, lets us get that damage in, to build up those ults, those big Diva ults and big Earth Shatters that y'all were seeing.
Definitely led to some very interesting gameplay moments as on the first two maps, Drop the Angel Beats getting 0% on both of those.
Yeah, that was it was good play all around on squad.
So what kind of things can we expect to see from Weeb Nonsense in the future? So this was definitely an improvement, but do you think you'll be able to maintain this level of consistent performance?
Hopefully. That's I think we're all kind of getting from what I mean, this is my second week playing with the team, so I don't know if the other guys have played together a whole lot outside of this season. So just getting playtime together, understanding how everybody prefers to play and all that good stuff. Getting used to everybody's play styles is definitely going to be a big help. So hopefully we be a little bit of a comeback from the beginning of the season. That'll be nice. Only time will tell, I suppose.
That's right, and we are now joined by Bread Burner.
Hey, what's going on?
Who is the captain for Weeb Nonsense. So thanks for coming in.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Long time no.
Yeah, it's to be the pet of all the casters. Okay, I'll stop talking.
That's why we
Quite
want you
alright.
here is to talk.
Okay.
So what
So,
kind of you go ahead.
I was gonna say, so Brett Burner, let me just get your take on today. You know, what were some of the conversations that you guys are having, you know, as a team? What were some of y'all's thoughts coming into into tonight's game?
So the number one thing for me as the captain is learning to coordinate and shot call better. So we actually, before the game, we actually said I will be shot calling and then Asian Music Man would be the target caller. But as the game progressed, like especially on Volskaya and then onto Hollywood, we went into more of a free-forming type of shot calling, so that everyone kind of just called out what was happening, and then me and Asian Music Man were still like in charge. Like we would say, "Hey, don't use your ultimate here," or "Don't try and peek," or "Form up here." But it was more of a free form system than strictly like do what I say when I do it.
Nice. So did you guys have any specific approaches that you were taking into each specific map,
Well-
or just kind of taking it as it comes?
Yeah, we were down. So on our team, Rick is our other healer. So it's normally me and Rick play the healers. Unfortunately, he was unavailable tonight, so we had Toaster Oven playing healer. So we had to play more. So we decided to play more Reinhardt-centric comps because that will force us to play a little bit more together. So we ended up playing like a lot of those like Ryan Diva, because Asians plays like only Diva. I don't want to say he's a one trick, but he plays pretty much Diva. So we want to like really stick together, and we knew that on Hollywood and Volskaya, Lucida was going to play Sombra, and Sombra can kind of look after herself with the translocator. So it was more about, okay, what can the 5 of us do to stay alive together the best? So we decided, okay, let's play Moira, Reinhardt, and then let's just go from there.
Awesome.
All right. So, any more questions from the Twitch chat, which has had no comments tonight? Very strange.
Hmm.
I guess Wednesday just a dead night.
Absolutely.
But if you guys out in the audience don't have any more questions, I have no further questions. Akira Ranger, do you have any more?
No, it's been a great night. Appreciate Bogtrotter and Breadburner stepping in with us tonight, and answering a couple questions. Shout out to Yaki Tak again this evening for doing a great job running our cameras for our viewers. And Stekmos, it's been a pleasure casting with you tonight, man.
It's been absolutely great. And as we wrap up tonight, Weeb Nonsense taking all 3 maps tonight. And you can find us again tomorrow night on PMAOWL Alpha Overwatch League at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central for tomorrow's matchup, which is Bjorn to be Wild versus Poultry Pastry. The next matchup for Drop the Angel Beats will be on Wednesday of next week as they face Bjorn to be Wild. Weeb Nonsense will play again on Monday against Ocean's 11. So join us there for these if you like seeing those 2 teams. And it was a pleasure being out here for you all. And with that, we want to wish you all a good night.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
Later, fellas. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for.